In this video, I will be teaching you the basics of SketchUp, how to move, rotate, orbit, and do basic drawing. I am starting with a basic rectangle of the existing platform of my treehouse, and I'm going to draw a circle to represent the bottom plate of the treehouse. This circle I want to be centered, so I'm using inference points from the midpoints of both the sides, and I'm creating a circle. The length of this circle, or the radius of this circle, I can type to create the exact length that I want. In this case, I want an 8-foot diameter, so this is going to be a 4-foot radius. The next step, I'm going to draw another circle, and this circle I want concentric. You'll notice that there's no point, so I'm going to have to select or hover over the other radius, and then draw my circle. This one is a 12-foot diameter circle. Now what I want to do with this is that 12-foot diameter circle is going to become the belly, or like kind of a midpoint of this treehouse. So I'm going to move it using the move tool. And the move tool is kind of a weird one, and you'll see what I mean. Right now I'm just moving that circle, and if I hit the option key, it's going to create or keep that side face between the bottom circle and the top circle. So I'm moving this up about 2 feet, I believe, right now, maybe 3 feet. And right now I'm zooming just with the scroll wheel. But you can also, in this case I'm going to rotate. Rotate tool is going to require an axis of rotation. So I'm clicking there, and then a first point there, and then a second point. And you can see it's going to rotate that whole circle and changing that face as well, right? It can be totally crazy. So in this case, I'm going to do a 15-degree rotation, right about there, and typing that in. All right, next, we're going to kind of rotate around. So this is the orbit tool, and you're going to click and hold the mouse button down and then move your mouse in order to create this movement. And this is how you're moving around. So next, I'm going to put a center line here. This line is going to represent the peak of the roof, and the roof of this treehouse is going to be a conical shape, so cone-like, right? So there's my peak, and there you can kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like height-wise. And then I'm going to kind of draw and connect this whole thing just so you guys can see what the roof will end up looking like. This is essentially like a sketch. Obviously, this is not how it's built. What I'm pointing out here is the number of segments of this circle, and I can change the number of segments. You can see if you look close that this circle doesn't actually look like a circle. It's a bunch of individual straight lines. And so when I'm drawing the circle is when I would be able to change those number of segments. So for the next video, I'm going to reduce the number of segments from 24 down to 12 because the 12 is the number of framing segments that I'm going to use to build this. But right now, this is just basically a sketch, and I'm not really concerned about the actual framing. Alright, so now what we're doing is I'm basically filling in the top, and this is basically just sketching to show you what it looks like kind of proportion wise. This is not the structure of this thing at all, but anyway, I'm basically just drawing lines, and SketchUp automatically fills in that face once I've enclosed an area. So you can see I've just basically drawn a line and it encloses it. So here it is, kind of finished sketch. So some orbit and pan and all that kind of tools for redoing this. The double click one is cool, so anyway, check out those tools. All right, good luck.